Good morning, teachers. Hope everybody had a wonderful weekend, found some time for rest. I know that's highly unlikely considering that you are teaching full-time, have families, and are also taking 2 graduate courses in your master's program, but nonetheless, I hope that you did find some time to for yourselves and to rest and spend time with your families. Quick note before we look at the agenda. So I hope to be finished with one class set of family engagement plans today, and then I will have the second class set of family engagement plans completed next Monday. So I appreciate your patience on this. Just full disclosure, I think that have 50 students, give or take a couple, maybe 49 now in the 2 courses. So I figure that the papers were between 9 and 15 pages long, and so it takes a little bit of time to get through them. But my goal is to have them back to everybody by next Monday. With that said, our agenda starts off with our learning targets and then an overview of last week's readings, which had to do with English learners in classrooms. Hopefully you found this beneficial. You worked either by yourself or with partners to create a Padlet of resources related to this topic and informed by your readings. Quick note, dispositional assessment. If you look at the top of Moodle, you'll see a link called Dispositional Assessment. This is the same assessment that you sent out this summer, and I'm going to ask you to do the same again. This is a program requirement for our accreditation for CAPE. So if you will click on that link and follow the instructions as it walks you through, putting the email in for the quote-unquote supervisor, probably going to be an assistant principal or principal, and to send that assessment form to them. It is important that this is done and that we get this information back. Again, this is for our accreditation through CAPE. You may want to let your assistant principal, chair, whoever it is that you're sending this to, know that if it doesn't show up, to check their junk mail, their spam, and look for an email for chalk and wire. So, with that said, next item on our agenda is readings. And for this week, I'm going to read chapter 7 in Mitho and Bodhi. And just full disclosure, I felt like we had done these readings, and I've gone back through our agendas, and we have not. It's that point in the semester for me also. And maybe just after a long weekend of grading, I just thought, I've read this chapter, and I don't think that we have. It's on syllabus for this week. I don't think I would have put it there before, but I wouldn't put it past me. But nonetheless, read chapter 7, and then what I'd really like for you to do is to focus on going back over the Padlets that were created by your colleagues, a minimum of 5. Select those, look at the resources that they have. I've provided a link for you to access them. And then I've got 2 prompts here. One, which is to use the discussion thread at the end of this agenda to discuss 1 or 2 of the resources that you identified either in the creation of your own Padlet or in reviewing your colleagues' Padlets that you found useful. This could be something that you are going to use in your classroom or that informs your thinking about working with ELs or both. Then the second one has to do with your readings for this week, and that is the Chapter 7 reviews. It provides explanations of school success and or underachievement through theories that address multiple issues: caring, deficit perspective, economic and social reproduction, persistence, and so on. And what I'd like for you to do is to address 1 or more of these, including, if applicable, how you address the situation. So let me back that up. What I would like for you to do is to address your experience with one or more of these issues in your own classroom. And so how have you experienced resistance in your classroom or in your school? And then how have you in your school worked to overcome this, if applicable? These are due by Saturday. You should have your post up and then respond to 3 of your colleagues by Monday. If you have any questions and comments, don't hesitate to call, email, text me. Again, I hope everyone is doing well. Just a quick side note, we know that, I don't know that we talked so much, we being our student services with graduate students. I know that we should, but I know from talking with our undergraduate students, the students are still struggling in the pandemic, and I know that some of you are as well. If that's the case, don't hesitate to reach out to me and let me know. If you're in state, we have counseling resources here for you if those are necessary, if you need those. And again, just hope everyone is okay, both mentally and physically. Hope that your families are well, and I will talk with you next week. Take care.